Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? We are doing all right. It was 65 degrees yesterday in Kentucky. Today we have 4 to 5 inches of snow. So Robert and I decided that we would just make some stuff today. And since we're going to be cooking, we thought, well, we'll just make a few videos. And I was going to make some little mini derby pies for Robert to take to work with him, because I like to share the things I make with people he works with, and he likes to take stuff to his trail crew, Randy and Michael. So today we're going to be making some mini derby pies out of shortcut ingredients. And just if you like derby pie, which has pecans, butter brickle, mini chocolate chips, eggs, flour, just all kinds of good stuff, brown sugar. It's very similar to pecan tassies, but this one's a little different because we do add the chocolate chips and stuff. So this is going to be a new recipe. But we'll be right back. What you're going to need, I will show you what you're going to need. Let me turn you around. This is some of the stuff you're going to need to make it. And a pie crust. And a store-bought pie crust, the refrigerated pie crust, work wonderful for this. So don't try to make a pie crust. It's just a lot of work for something that works just as good. So when Robert's ready, we will get started, and you all stay tuned. Okay, guys, we're ready to make the mini derby pies. And like I said, these are kind of like pecan tassies, but I'm going to call them derby pies because they are more like derby pies. First thing you're going to need, like I told you need a roll of pre-made pie crust. You can buy this anywhere you want to. Let it sit out for about 10 minutes and let it warm up some. And then you're going to take just a little bit of flour and sprinkle around. Not a lot, but a little bit, because we've got to roll this out just a tad. Now, I'm going to see if I can get this to roll out. Sometimes if you don't let it get warm enough, it will crack. And sometimes they'll crack anyway. But what you do is you just kind of press it back together like you would a pie crust. Just push these little cracks back together. Now, we're going to put just a tad bit of flour on this. Make it roll over that and not stick. And we're going to roll it just about, I don't know, not too awful much. We want to make it, the crust, just a little bit thinner than what it is for a regular pie crust, because these are smaller. Okay, now I think that's enough. Get these edges put back together here. This is these are really good. The pecan tassies has pecans and brown sugar and things like that in them. But these have the butter brickle bits. And I think I put those in my tassies before. But we're going to be doing it just a little bit different today. And now once we get that done, you need a mini muffin pan like this. The little muffin pans. You can kind of see the width there. That's my finger. Then we're going to take my little biscuit cutter, and we're going to cut out right around the edge, as close to the edge as we can get. And you're going to put these right down in here like this. You just press them down in like that. And once you get all of these done and in the pan, then you can make the filling that goes in. So we're not going to make you watch us do all these. We'll pause you right now and we'll be right back when we get all these in the pan. Okay, we have got all the little pie shells in there, and we're getting ready now to make the filling. And this is really easy. It's not hard at all. You need a cup of packed brown sugar. It means you press it down in there. Packed means press it in. And a lot of people are going to say, well, why is she telling them that? Because there's cooks that don't know that. I didn't know that when I was younger. And probably maybe some older people don't know that. So we're going to tell you what it is anyway. Okay, then we're going to need a quarter cup, which is a half a stick of unsalted or salted, it doesn't matter, of butter. And you're going to pour that in there, and you want it melted. Okay. Oops. Then we have 2 eggs at room temperature. You can use cold eggs, they just don't mix up as well. So I almost threw my eggshells in the garbage. And I've been saving these for a friend, so I got to take them over here and put them in my box or my bowl. Now we're going to try to stir this up a little bit. Take a whisk and whisk it up pretty good. You want to try to get all the brown sugar melted. Okay, now we're going to put our flavorings in. You need a teaspoon of vanilla, and I put a good teaspoon in it. And I like to put just a little bit of butter pecan in it. You don't have to. You can use just the vanilla. Okay. Now, I'll whisk that up. Now we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of flour. This is just plain flour. It's not self-rising. If self-rising is all you've got, that'll probably be fine. Then we're going to mix this up again. Okay. Now we're going to put in a cup of chopped pecans, a cup or a half a cup of the butter brickle bits. And somebody said the other day they didn't know what that was. This is what it is. When you buy them at the store, they're called Heath butter brickle bits. That's what it is. And they're in with the chocolate chips and things like that when you're searching for them in the grocery store. And because this is a derby pie, we're going to add mini chocolate chips. This is 1/3 of a cup of mini chocolate chips. The semi-sweet chocolate chips. And this is where Robert always asks me, do you need me to stir? I told him, I said, well, I don't know if I will or not. We'll find out. Sometimes I get by with it and it don't hurt my neck too much. Let me get this over in the sink. Now, last time I used a scoop to do this, but this time I'm going to try it with well, no, I think I'm going to get my scoop back out. I don't think that, let me find my little scoop here. I remember where it's at, where I put it. Well, I may be using the spoon. Crud. Well, anyway. What you want to do is put about just enough to kind of set up in the crust like this. You don't want it to go over the edges of the crust because this is going to ooze up a little bit when you... It's about a half a teaspoon here. I put it in kind of sparingly at first, and then I see how, if any of them need any more in them when I get done. But you can kind of see what we're doing here. And if there's any excess on the pan, just kind of take a wet paper towel and go around it and get it off. But we will be back in just a second when we get all these filled. I'm sure you don't want to watch all this. Okay, we found it. It's my little melon ball scoop. That's what I used the last time. And I would fill it up once, the big end. And that makes just a pretty good... That way you're keeping them kind of even. But anyway, you all get the gist of it. Now this batter makes enough for 2 rolls of pie crust. So I've got one roll of pie crust in the pan now. And I will have enough. Well, if I can get that to scoop up, it's not wanting to scoop. Food doesn't always do what we want it to, does it? I think this is enough batter for two. I guess I'll find out. But anyway, somebody has a birthday tomorrow, don't they, Robert?
Another day older, deeper in debt.
Oh my. Sometimes I make a mess with this. Because this is sticky and sweet. But the Kentucky Derby is fixing to come up pretty soon in Kentucky. And maybe you like to make these little pies and have them, for guests or something like that. Trying to get some of these make sure they got a pretty good sized pecan in them. You have to go back over them and kind of look and see if you've left any of them that's kind of smaller than the rest. And you want to make sure there's a good pecan in each of them. That looks pretty good, I guess. But we are going to put these in the oven on 350 degrees, a preheated oven, for about, let's see, I gotta think, 22 to 24 minutes. If you overcook them, they're going to be harder. So you want to be sure and not overcook. When the crust is starting to get brown around the edges, then it's time to take them out. I'm looking to see if I got any more that one still looks just a little bit small. And that one. Now, okay, we're going to put these in the oven and we'll be right back. Okay, guys, they have come out of the oven and we have started getting them out. They're still just a little bit warm, so be careful with them. But take a spoon and you just get them out of the pan like that and put them on your cooling rack and let them cool. Then you can put them in a Ziploc bag and they will keep for a week to 2 weeks in a Ziploc bag. And your kids can come in and get a treat, or you can put these out on a tray to serve if you've got company. Or you can just do like I'm going to do, put them in a bag and send them to somebody else for a treat. They're good because you don't have to, if you have a little hankering for something sweet, you don't have to get out a whole piece of pie or a whole piece of cake. You can get out one of these little things and it kind of curbs the sweet tooth. But you all try to make some little derby pies and we'll talk to you all later. Bye. Hey guys, if you like the recipes and you like the little teaching videos, then be sure to like and follow my page. That's the only way it's going to grow, is if you like and follow and share it with other people. I hope you all make some yummy pecan goodies. It's a derby pie, little derby pies.